Spring training games have already began, yet the reigning National League Cy Young winner is still unemployed. That was his second career Cy Young award too.
What?
Well, actually, it's not as crazy as it sounds. There are actually good reasons why Blake Snell still hasn't gotten whatever he wants. He's 31 years old, his inability to go deep into games, high walk rate, and the years in between his two Cy Young awards are up and down. On top of that, Scott Boras is his agent. Boras is known for seeking top dollar contracts. However, since last year, he's only been able to secure 6 of his clients' new contracts. It seems as if teams are reluctant to meet those demands. It certainly seems that way with Blake Snell because of the red flags that come with him, even with his impressive resume. We've seen plenty of massive contracts go really bad over the years. First, his age. He's not old, but he's not young either. There's always more risk giving big contracts to guys in their 30s. Why was Yoshinobu Yamamoto more of a hot commodity in the offseason without even pitching a single major league game than the reigning National League Cy Young winner? The big one is age. Yamamoto is still 25 years old. Secondly, Blake Snell's inability to go deep into games. Last season, Snell only made it to the 7th inning 3 times all season. The last time he even pitched in the 8th inning was in 2021. Since Garrett Cole won the American League Cy Young Award, he pitched 7 or more innings in 11 out of his 33 starts last year, including 2 complete games. Now that Snell is 31 years old, that problem most likely won't get any better. This also ties into why Yamamoto was more of a hot commodity this offseason. He pitched 7 innings per game last year in Japan, and also pitched a complete game in Game 6 of the Japan series. Third, as great as Blake Snell's 2.25 ERA was last year, and even with his career-high 234 strikeouts, he also had a whip of 119 last year. How do we explain that? His 13.3% walk rate. 7.7% is what's considered average according to Fangraphs. His walk total was 99, which led the league, and the next most after him was 91. Not only that, Snell's 13 wild pitches last year were second to Kodai Senga and Dylan Cease's 14. Snell having control problems isn't new either. His career walk rate is 10.9%. His 13.3% walk rate and 99 walks on the season last year are career highs though, and we don't know if that problem will get better or worse. Going back to Yamamoto being more of a hot commodity this offseason again, Yamamoto has excellent command. Now the fourth reason Blake Snell's not on a team yet. His years in between his 2 Cy Young awards, he's had some good seasons and some bad, but as a whole, his ERA is 3.85 in that span. He's not a guy who can consistently put up Cy Young numbers. With that in mind, if your team signs him, be careful for what you wish for. Let's talk about some potential suitors since it's not like he's a bad pitcher, and we'll start with my New York Yankees. The Yankees offered him 6 years for $150 million earlier this offseason. He declined that, but that doesn't mean the Yankees are completely out on him. There's still talk about that going around. Maybe the Yankees do offer him something bigger to bring him in, and I'd be cautious about doing so. We know Garrett Cole is the undisputed ace. The Yankees do need a guy who we can 100% rely on to be the number 2 after Nestor Cortez and Carlos Rodon had bad seasons last year. If you want me to be honest about signing Marcus Stroman, I have some concerns about that because he's pretty hit or miss. What else concerns me about signing Blake Snell? We've seen enough pitchers coming from West Coast teams fail with the Yankees. Kevin Brown, Randy Johnson, Sonny Gray, Frankie Montas, and as of now, unless Carlos Rodon does a total 180 this year, him too. The other red flag with bringing in Snell is that he has a career 5.77 ERA at Yankee Stadium. He's also never pitched in a huge market like New York. Yes, I want the Yankees to spend because they are the richest team in baseball and I want them to win, but I also want them to stop spending recklessly. Spend smart like the Texas Rangers. Again, want Blake Snell? Be careful what you wish for. If the Yankees sign him, of course I'll hope for the best, but I won't be shocked if he turns out terrible. The Angels may be another suitor after Shohei Ohtani's departure, and they've lacked pitching for years. They should keep the red flags in mind though, especially with their history of bad signings, which I already made a video on, and for all we know, Blake Snell could be the next one. Maybe Blake Snell will go to the San Francisco Giants since case, they are still way under the luxury tax, and they're a team that can use another starter outside of Logan Webb. He'll also get to pitch in what's historically known as a very pitcher-friendly ballpark. Plus, he's been historically great against the Dodgers. Or maybe after the Milwaukee Brewers traded Corbin Burnes and signed Gary Sanchez, Milwaukee's Blake Snell's destination? It was after Gary Sanchez arrived in San Diego when Snell went from a bad start to winning the Cy Young Award. As critical as I was of Gary Sanchez's defense when I made the rise and fall video on him, I have to give him credit where it's due for being such a great battery mate for Snell. I think Blake Snell will sign with someone soon. I think before opening day, but it's also not as crazy as it sounds for a guy who just won his second Cy Young Award to not be on a team yet. There's just too many red flags for him to really be worth such a high asking price, especially for a Scott Boras client. I believe Snell has every right to ask for a lot of money after winning his second career Cy Young Award. There's just also a lot of risk that comes with signing him to whatever he wants. Who do you think he'll sign with? I'd love to have that discussion with you guys in the comments. That's it for this video. If you enjoyed this video and want to help the content grow, a like would be really helpful and much appreciated. If you never want to miss another video, please consider subscribing and turning on notifications. Welcome to the team. If you're already subscribed, thank you so much as always. Links to my social media are down in the description. If you'd like to see my most recent video and the one that YouTube recommends, both are up above. Thanks so much for watching. Have an awesome day. I'll see you next time.